Uh-huh. Okay. All right. I think we're live. Welcome, everyone, to the Sonic and Knuckles podcast. I'm your host, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm joined by my co-host and good friend, Knuckles the Echidna. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sonic and Knuckles podcast. I'm excited to do this. Yeah, me too. So, basically, what the Sonic and Knuckles podcast is where, well, basically me and Knuckles here, hello, again, where we basically just host our, podcast, where we talk about a lot of stuff related to video games and whatnot, and just kind of see where it goes. What do you think, Nux? Oh, I think that's pretty good, Sonic. I agree. So, yeah, that's about it. We just kind of want to run by that. And we kind of thought that a podcast would be kind of fun, basically. Yeah, definitely. I'm not really sure, what else we could talk about, but who knows? Maybe if you'd like, you could, leave your suggestions in the comments down below. Very true, Nux, very true. So yeah, we were gonna start this at some point earlier in the week. However, we did go on a little bit of a hiatus because we were on vacation for a bit. Well, yeah. If you've seen our TikTok, SDK Mart Productions, that's where we originally started the video creating. That is very true, Nux. Yeah, that's where we kind of began all of this. So yeah. But yeah, if you've seen that, we went to London and it's kind of nice. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. No, it was pretty good. And we kind of recreated a scene from Sonic 3 where Eggman shouts, "London, baby!" Yeah, that was pretty good. I was quite happy to do that. Yeah, me too. So yeah, basically, this is where we're gonna be talking about video game stuff and just have a good time, I guess. What do you think, Nux? Pretty good. Yeah. I don't really know what else to mention, I guess. We talk about video game stuff? Yeah. Shall we? Yeah, let's do it. So, I guess for the topic of this episode, we kind of want to talk about video game movies. So, yeah. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, not just video game, games, but we're going to be talking about, movies, shows, and I guess a little bit of other movies as well that's not necessarily video game related, which I guess is what we're supposed to be, video game stuff. But yeah, we kind of want to do some fun stuff, I don't really know, just kind of stuff that we enjoy. Would you agree with that, Nux? Yep. There's a lot of movies and shows that we want to talk about, and also some video games that we kind of want to mention. But I think we should just kind of meet in the middle and just talk about video game movies and shows, which sounds pretty good. Yeah, so I guess we'll just mention this. Now, quick little disclaimer. We're not going to be talking about every video game movie and show. We're just going to be talking about some more, known ones. So if we miss your favorite, then we are very sorry. So, let's get into it. Now, Sonic, since me and you are, Sonic and Knuckles, I think we should talk about our movies and cinematic universe and whatnot. Of course. So, yeah. So I guess we'll be doing some, movie reviews and whatnot. So, the first Sonic movie, wasn't necessarily the best of the movies. I mean, it was definitely good. I mean, it launched a cinematic universe. Yeah, definitely. And, like you said, it wasn't the best video game adaptation because, I mean, Detective Pikachu came out the year prior, which we will talk about. Yeah, so basically, the Sonic movie, the first one, not the best of the trilogy, but it was definitely good. I mean, it of course didn't start too great, as we know. Yeah, but it was still good enough, because, as we know, we got the original design, which was not great, but of course, became better. Yeah. we got a much more video game look. Like a much more better look. I mean, yeah, he's still not accurate because he's got the blue arms. He's also got the not connected eyes, which I question that sometimes, but you know, it's no biggie. Yeah. Yeah. What else? I guess I mean, it's also not got the accurate shoes, but it's still pretty good. And then, of course, there was Jim Carrey as Eggman, but he was still a pretty good villain. Apparently, I saw this in some trivia for the first movie. Apparently, his daughter, I think, was a big fan of the Sonic games. So that was one of the reasons that he became Robotnik, basically. Yeah, wasn't there another guy in, I think it was the Street Fighter movie, whose kids were, like, a big fan of the, video games as well? Yeah, who was it again? It was the guy who played, M. Bison. Oh, Raul Julia. Yeah, him. Yeah. We will talk about that at some point, but, yeah, I kind of want to, talk about the Sonic games. Very sad that he passed away due to stomach cancer. And he was dying during the filming, but, I think we'll talk about that at some point. Yeah, I don't think there's really that much to say about the first movie, other than it wasn't the best of the, Sonic trilogy, but it was still great. I mean, you could say the same for the Indiana Jones movies, except the second movie wasn't as great as the first movie, or the third. For that matter. Well, I mean, to be fair, technically it is the first movie because it's a prequel, because Raiders of the Lost Ark is actually set after Temple of Doom. Yeah, but, like, it was still alright, Yeah, and we got to see a lot of, good stuff, but, I guess we'll just jump onto the second movie, just like that. So the second movie, easily the superior one. Yeah, definitely, because, like, we had Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails. We didn't even mention the fact that Ben Schwartz is you, by the way. Oh, yeah, he was real good, I gotta say. But, yeah, Colleen O'Shaughnessy is Tails, who's, of course, Tails in the games, which is also good. And then, Idris Elba is you, for example, who I thought was maybe the most standout role. Like, you got me, you got Tails, then you got Robotnik, but then you have you, which is just spectacular. Yep, I don't really know, what else to say. Yeah, he is easily the, standout role, like you said. I think we also talked about this as well. We talked about that, like, a certain character in these movies is what makes the movie spectacular. Like, I think you said that you made the first movie good. I kind of disagree because I personally think it was Robotnik. I mean, yeah, good point. Yeah. You also said that I made the second movie good, which I'm flattered by, but, like, it was still cool. Tails also helped, of course, but, yeah, I kind of see where you're going with. And then the third movie, you were like, Shadow made it good, which I guess is much more agreeable. Yeah, something I also would like to mention, and I kind of want to go in a bit more in-depth, retrospective on the Sonic Cinematic Universe. Similar to a YouTuber by the name of Channel Pup, who we're, quite big fans of. He's done some good stuff. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. We might do that in the next episode of the podcast. Who knows? What else? Something I would like to mention. The original villain for the first movie, who was going to be a lizard with chaos energy, appears in a prequel comic. Prequel, actually. In Tails' story, which we will talk about. Okay, something I would like to mention as well. We have to go through the Knuckles show before we get to Sonic 3, of course. Yeah, of course people say that it is not the greatest of the cinematic universe. People don't really like it, and you know how they market it as you, but they market it as well, they don't really market it as that, but they mostly use it as like a Wade Whipple show. Yeah, but what's your opinion on it, Sonic? I still thought it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, like before we get the comments, which we probably won't because we kind of have a small fan base because we have like 22 subscribers, sadly. By the way, can we get that like risen up? Just make sure to like and subscribe, okay, and comment as well. What else to mention? Yeah, the Knuckles show. I thought it was okay personally. I mean, we're biased obviously, but like, it was still pretty good. Yeah, like you said, we're biased, obviously. But yeah, I still enjoy it. I think it was pretty cool. Like, we of course share a favorite scene, which is of course the Flames of Disaster moment. Exactly. And the song. I mean, the song is real good. Yeah, I mean, you can't really deny that. The song is cool. Yeah, people don't really enjoy it. I still thought it was cool. Again, we want to go in a bit more in-depth review, on this. Which we will at some point, probably the next episode, like I mentioned already. But now we may talk about the best movie of the trilogy. So far, anyway. Yeah, Sonic 3 is easily the best movie of the trilogy, like you said. So far, anyway. Because, of course, Sonic 4 is coming out in March of 2027, which I'm very excited for. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed how they broke the kind of 2-year rule, like, gap, because, you know, the first movie came out in 2020, then the second movie came out 2 years later, and then the third movie came out 2 years later, and then we, of course, had the Knuckles show in between that. But yeah, Sonic 3 is easily the best movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, and also, what are you doing? You gotta go watch it. Yeah, we also have Keanu Reeves, who is spectacular as Shadow. Yeah, I believe that when we were preparing for this, you said that, I don't know why I'm pointing at the camera, you said that Keanu was actually suggested even before the first movie came out. That is very true, yeah. It is easily the best, and of course we have Gerald Robotnik, who is also played by Jim Carrey, which is just spectacular. Yeah, and it is probably the most adapted game movie or show. Like, it probably adapts a game more than anything. Like, yeah, they change stuff, but it's still probably the most adapted, movie. Yeah, also Sonic, I feel like that we gotta talk about this before we talk about, I'm assuming you want to talk about the Mario movie. Yeah. I feel like we should talk about the new video game movie on the block, which is, of course, a Minecraft movie, which, we can't really comment because we haven't seen it yet, sadly. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty cool, and a lot of chaos has happened around it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on TikTok where it's like throwing popcorn and whatnot, and even Jack Black has even went inside, movie theaters saying don't throw popcorn or yelling chicken jockey, chicken jockey, you know, all that. Yeah. But of course we are going to go see it tomorrow for a friend's early birthday. I think is it Mighty's, maybe? No, it's actually Tails' early birthday. Oh, yeah. I can't really comment on it. Originally, I thought Jason Momoa was going to be Steve instead of Jack Black, because he played, like, 2 video game characters prior. Oh, yeah, Bowser and, Claptrap. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I think it's cool. I mean, you got Jack Black's charisma, which is always good. Yeah, I guess we might as well mention the Mario movie. Or I guess the 2 Mario movies. Yeah, there's of course the original from the 90s, which is not great, not one bit. I mean, Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, they are maybe the best actors in that movie. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's definitely not the best video game movie. of all time. The animated movie Bioluminescence is easily better. Yeah, you got Jack Black, Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, Keegan-Michael Key, Seth Rogen, you name it. And we're getting a sequel in, I think, next year. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I'm quite excited. Yeah, me too. There's also some other movies that we can talk about, like Detective Pikachu, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all that. Real quick, I want to talk about Street Fighter. It's not exactly like the game, because in it, Ryu and Ken are kind of like con men, basically. Or like weapons dealers. It's okay. I mean, I haven't really seen it, but I've seen a podcast talk about it. Another podcast called Caravan of Garbage. Big fans. So, yeah. And they also talked about Uncharted, which is better than Street Fighter, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, Uncharted was pretty good. I mean, not really much to change about it. I would like to see a sequel, though. And, like you mentioned, Nolan North is in it, who's, of course, the voice of Nathan Drake, which is quite cool. Yeah, Detective Pikachu, pretty good. They kind of went with that for the Minecraft movie, except they kind of did, like, a Jumanji as well. It's alright, though. Yeah, are we just kind of ending this right now? Well, I want to run through some other video game stuff. So we also got Mortal Kombat, which is okay, and we're getting some new stuff. I think the guy who plays Homelander in The Boys is going to be Johnny Cage in the next new movie. That's pretty cool. What else? We also got some shows like Arcane and Fallout, which is quite cool. And they both star Ella Purnell, which is quite cool. I've not seen Arcane League of Legends, but I have seen Fallout, and it's pretty good. It's long, but pretty good. Yeah, I think we covered most of them. I mean, there's some other video game movies that we could talk about, like Resident Evil and whatnot, but, I think we kind of covered the majority of video game movies. I mean, this was mostly just a review, basically. Yeah, I mean, we could go into some, like, more in-depth reviews at some point in the podcast, which would be fun. Yeah, so I guess we'll just kind of end it there. That's pretty good for the first episode of the Sonic and Knuckles podcast. Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess we'll just end it here. So, thank you guys for watching our first episode of the Sonic and Knuckles podcast. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did. I know we kind of ran through some stuff, like, real quick, especially at the end. But, yeah, there wasn't too much to talk about since we haven't seen a lot of video game movies. We've mostly seen, like, some more recent ones. I mean, there's some other ones like Jumanji and, Prince of Persia. Does that have a video game movie? It does. I think it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, if I'm right. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed our podcast. We'll maybe do some better ones. Because, this is the start, of course. Yeah. So we'll maybe do some much more longer, better episodes at some point. I don't really know when. We will do a second episode. Because we're not really good at scheduling. No, we are absolutely not. Nope. So yeah, maybe let us down in the, maybe let us know in the comments down below what your favorite video game movie is, or adaptation, or basically anything. Let us know what your favorite video game adaptation is in the comments down below, and suggest what we should talk about on the Sonic and Knuckles podcast. We do have plans to do a full-on retrospective of the Sonic cinematic universe, talk about some trivia, which is usually my favorite part when it comes to movie podcasts. Like, I like some other stuff, but, like, I like, the trivia. It's probably, because I like to know about the stuff. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So that's it from us, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys. Bye.